everyone. Leslie Cornwell, certified nurse midwife with Midwifery Business Consultation. I want to talk about why I love midwifery. I've lived and breathed midwifery since being 16. I got exposed to it not with family and friends. It was a channel, like a birthday channel, and now I think of that little glimmer of what it is that I see now with the birthday channel versus then, but it was my first exposure to midwives. And as I started learning, I always knew I wanted something with women empowerment, with advocacy for families, with just being able to support our communities at the root level. And once I started learning about midwives, I was blown away of something that's so important and lifelong impactful, good or bad, is their birth experiences, the family unit's birth experiences, the person's birth experience, of how they're describing and feeling and what they view as it, and how they raise their families, their children. It's the strength of a community, being able to support this birth, whether it's in a hospital, birth center, home. We have a high responsibility of protecting it and giving families the tools and resources and advocacy to be able to have the birth on their terms, safely, empowering, and be a resource for them before the baby comes, after the baby comes. And the other thing I really love about midwifery is its full scope women's health care. So doing primary care, doing well woman services, being able to do everything for women from as soon as they have their period to postmenopausal has been amazing. I think when we choose healthcare, we don't realize the possibilities. We think, oh, I'm going to be a midwife. I'm going to catch babies for the Amish at home. And that was my original vision. And then the more I dove into midwifery, the more opportunities that came out. And it's not just the clinical side, the taking care of people, but actually the resources around midwifery. As I've dove into my own private practice for many years, the business resources, the support, midwifing the midwives, like, people don't realize midwives work their butts off and they're not the experts at everything. And especially when I had my own private practice, I didn't have a business resource to go to. I didn't know all the tools, the strategies, the tips, the things to make my practice really successful on the backdrop so I could focus on taking care of families. And so that's one of the things of why I started Midwifery Business Consultation, why I love helping out midwives all over the country, because we need each other. We need to support each other. There's so much knowledge and resources out there so that midwives can do their best job possible. And the sky's the limits. You can be as a midwife. People think, well, I want to start my own business, but I'm not being a midwife if I do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, if you are supporting families and you are doing anything that's advocating for better outcomes in our community, you're being a midwife. Midwife doesn't mean catching babies. It means with women. So you are supporting our family units. You are supporting our opportunities for a better generation. So a lot of people, I talk about being a midwife, we can be practically anything. We can be a business consultant, we can start billing companies that support midwives, we can do women's health clinics, we can do pelvic floor therapy, we can do hormone replacement, we can do infertility, we can do birth, we can do well person visits, we can do practically anything. Education, resources, life coaching. There's some amazing midwives out there doing life coaching for other midwives. So I want to stress, as midwives, we can be anything we want to be. We have a core being of what made us a midwife, but as we get life experiences and we learn ourselves and we learn what we're good at, where we want to go and who we want to be to best serve people, you really start growing midwifery on your own terms. So I'm excited about the potential of where midwifery is going to go and just what midwifery has brought into my life.